you is a native of, make sure I say it right, Dorchester, Massachusetts. I no longer reside there because I wanted to live long enough to tell you. Now some people when they hear that, they think, oh Lord, don't say that, you're just taking a shot where you came from, and that is not the case. The whole reason I left Dorchester is because I'm trying not to take a shot where I came from. But if you feel like I deserve comeuppance for that, I've got it. Granted, I don't believe in reincarnation, although I probably did in a past life. Because I now live every day of my life Cambridge adjacent. Translation, I screwed up somewhere. But now I can dispel a bit of a myth for you. I don't know how relatable this is in Connecticut. But I'm pretty sure everybody around the world has heard the following phrase. Pack a cat, have a yard. Let me tell you something. There's no such thing as available parking in Cambridge, Massachusetts. It is the greatest lie ever put to bad English. There are 2 rules to finding parking. You either can't or you don't. That's what I get from talking about Dorchester. There's parking in Dorchester. Your car might not be there the next morning. But you parked it. Glass half full. While living in Dorchester, I did learn a thing. Don't want to oversell it. Pimping. Allegedly, it ain't easy. So I've been told by MTV. You know what else isn't easy? Being pimped. Which I would argue is significantly less easy. Why have they never talked about that side of the labor dispute? I'm not making a statement. I'm just asking questions. See, statements can get tricky, but questions are all right. If I learned nothing else from modern media, you can say whatever you want, as long as you're just asking questions. For example, have you ever not punched somebody in the face and then 2 weeks later thought, maybe you should have? Not making a statement, just asking questions. Such as, fuck, marry, kill. Word association game or a timeline of a toxic relationship. Not making a statement, just asking questions. Such as, the last time you told somebody to go fuck themselves, you consider whether or not they deserve the pleasure? Making a statement, just asking questions. Such as, you ever hear somebody say, oh my God, think to yourself, he's my God too, you know? You're just selfish, that's your problem. Not making a statement, just asking questions. Children. Why? What's the point? Like at this stage of civilization, why bother? Oh, I'm making a statement now. Now I know what you're thinking. Oh, great, another black guy that hates kids. Slander. I'm only half black. I'm also half Hispanic. A niggericate, if you will. And if you will, please don't. Look, kids are fine, alright? They're like drugs. You might like having them around, but do you want any in your house? You have to look at somebody and say, yes sir, those are mine. No, I care, see? Do children deserve to be subjected to what's going on in the world right now? What is left for them? Overpriced healthcare, divisive politics, people who thought that the human centipede wasn't that bad? All I'm saying is before you have children, think of the children. I have, so I don't have any. I'm helping. On March 5th, 2026, I will have been practicing virginism for 40 years. You know what that means? Perfect candidate for the 40-year-old virgin sequel. We're back. He's black, and he's kept it all in a second. The downside is terrible and dirty talk. If you ask me what I think of 69, great son. And I know some people are going to find that divisive. Oh, come on, Lloyd, don't divide the room like that. You're dividing the room. No, I'll divide the room right now. I had candy corn one time. One time was enough. Yeah. And the amount of division that statement can drive down the center of a room, that's the level of social dysfunction I want to get to. That needs to be as bad as it gets. We're all so mad. I don't like what you look like. I don't like what you believe in. I don't like how you identify. I don't like who you love. I want to get to a point where the most offensive thing you can say to somebody is, hey, your candy choices, kind of mid. Yeah, sure. If you like those little satanic sugar cones, you might take offense to that. But if you wake up tomorrow and that's the worst thing you've heard all week from another human being, that's progress. In my ideal world, there is no Republicans versus Democrats and Christians versus atheists and QAnon versus normal people. In my ideal world, the most divisive topic you can bring to the table is whether or not Die Hard is a Christmas movie. I'm not going to give you my opinion about it, because I come here to talk politics. In conclusion, hope you've noticed at this point, because I certainly have, you've been listening to me, looking at me, and hopefully you can tell the audio and the optics don't line up. She knows it. And what she probably realizes is that I look like you'll get back to me, but I sound like I'm hired. When you're the whitest sounding person in New Haven, despite being darker than Kurt Cobain's innermost thoughts. Which is not racism, it's self-awareness. You know why I'm glad Black History Month is in the past? At least it's about 10 more months, or whatever it is until then, before I have to look at a bunch of people while I'm trying to march side by side with them telling me that I look like the victim and sound like the problem. I know, it's rough. That's why I love comedy, because I can say whatever I want. Which isn't fair, but it's okay. Because no matter what I say, I look black enough to get away with it. But I sound white enough to make them listen. And on that note, are you ready to start the competition? Good. Because coming to the stage first, please welcome Lloyd.